What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV outside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We've lost 2-1 to West Ham. I mean, in a game that started so positively for us, again getting the opening goal, a lot of possession. We just couldn't seem to make the most out of our possession, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I think the whole game, to be honest, we played well, some bright football at times. I think first half especially, we'll look at the first half an hour again, very bright, real intensity, quick passing, got the goal from a corner, wasn't from open play. But in terms of the chances we've created, you know, I think Lo Celso nearly forced an own goal when he hit the post. Lo Celso then had a shot from the edge of the box. I don't remember too many clear-cut opportunities to be actually made.
You know what it was? It was like we were getting out wide a lot with Kulusevski and Brennan Johnson. And I just felt like both of them were just so wasteful, especially in that first half. Kulu kept cutting in on his left. It was really annoying me because all he had to do was knock it in with his right and he could get a good cross into the box. Brennan Johnson, he was doing so well up until the final third. And then he gets to the final third and it was just such poor delivery and application.
Yeah, again, I don't think... I mean, Johnson on the left-hand side, unless he's cutting inside and having a go, I don't see him being that effective. When I've seen him being effective on the left is when he's like getting on nearly on the end of things and nearly scoring and having shots. And he wasn't doing that today. I mean, I think he had a couple of poor efforts. And then again, Kulu got into really good positions. He seemed very hesitant to get the ball in the box. Maybe he didn't think Sonny was able to get on the end of anything because, you know, he's not the most physical striker. But there was no pullbacks, there was no crosses in the box. So it just meant whenever we got into the final third, there was just a lot of passing around. Very hesitant to shoot as well, I felt. There was a few opportunities where, even from 25 yards or from the edge of the box, we could have had a crack. And we decided to keep passing it. And look, maybe I was instructional manager to keep playing your game. But obviously, when you're playing against West Ham and they're in a low block, it's going to be very difficult to play through them and to just keep passing. So sometimes you just got to show your quality and show, look, they're going to let you shoot. You take a shot and you score. Like, you got to show that's why they shouldn't be letting you shoot, if you know what I mean. We didn't do that. I felt like we were way too hesitant in front of goal to have a go from distance. We have players there who can shoot, so that was really disappointing. So then first half, obviously, 1-0, we're in control, but second half, again, we start well, but the goals we conceded two awful goals today. It wasn't like West Ham really didn't have to do anything for those goals.
I thought like they tweaked things at half time and they did come out better in that second half, but again, still, like, we gave them everything. That it was a lucky victory for West Ham today. Look at those two goals. The first one, Romero and Ben Davis playing a 1-2 with each other, then it just lands to Bowen in the box, easy chance, 1-on-1 with the keeper. The second one, Udogie with the laziest pass back I've ever seen, and he leaves Vicario with no choice to do anything but to do what he did, and then Ward-Prowse has an open goal.
Sometimes you can, people criticise Ange for, why does he keep building up from the back when teams pressing high? You sometimes should go long, but that wasn't anything to do with like build-up play or playing out the back. That's just Udogie being lazy, not knowing his surroundings, and playing a lazy back pass, and Bowen taking full advantage. Obviously, falls to Ward-Prowse. He actually has two goals as well.
It hits the post.
No one tracking back quick enough, no one getting close to it. I think everyone gave up at that moment when Ward-Prowse goes through. So. But I agree with you. West Ham definitely changed up a bit in the second half and risked it a bit more, and obviously it paid off. But I have to say, thank you. Cheers. I have to say, I don't think even I actually think in a weird way, apart from the goals, we actually defended quite well because they put it on us a bit, but we still didn't concede too many chances. I actually thought Davis and Romero, when they were asked to press high,
particularly
defend on the halfway
Romero,
line, they were doing really well. I thought they had Bowen pretty much locked up for most of it. I thought Kudus wriggled away a couple of times in the centre, but didn't have too many good opportunities. They had one from Paquetá and a header in the first half, but I thought even in the second half, apart from the two goals, they didn't do anything. But you have to say the two goals, they're great opportunities, and obviously they're goals where 9 times out of 10 you score those.
Yeah, and in terms of what you're saying, I mean, the other way, we had mostly just half chances today. Richarlison at the back post, I need to see that again. That did look like a good chance. But apart from that and the goal that we scored, did we really have too many big chances today?
Well, I would say I actually feel a bit sorry for Ange in a way, because I think it wasn't really working before we got in the centre. I thought, again, especially when you're playing against a team like West Ham, you have to be even quicker, you have to be more nimble, you have to be more accurate with your passes. He wasn't that today. So he brought him off. He put Kulu in the centre, he put Richarlison up top, He put Brennan back on the right, and he put Son on the left. And I actually thought for the next five minutes or so, or 10 minutes, we actually were, again, we had new energy. We were actually creating opportunities.
Didn't last long though.
Richarlison had that opportunity, but it didn't last long because Udogie does that stupid back pass, and we give away a goal.
It was against the runner play. We were massively on top of that time.
That time, we're actually looking like we were definitely going to get the next goal, and we had the impetus. We just made those changes, and it really set us back. That goal really set. And then after the goal, I agree, we huffed and puffed, but we didn't really do anything.
It just felt like that goal just sapped all the energy out of the team, and we just couldn't we couldn't just get it in ourselves to go again. The substitutions that came on, I mean, Skip, Brian Hill, I mean, they're not really going to change a game, are they? Unfortunately. So I think that it's clear that we're massively lacking with options off the bench to come and change a game. And I think that was a massive part of our downfall as well. But look, we came into this game really confident. Every time we come in this confident, it seems to be slapped in our face. I said before this game, no excuses to lose this game. After losing 3 games and a draw in the last 4 games, a good draw at Man City, Romero back in the side, there was no excuses to lose this game at all.
And I'm pretty disappointed with the performance. I think Andrew will probably argue, for large parts we had control, and it was only stupid goals that we conceded and individual mistakes. And but I just think, we didn't create enough opportunities. You compare that to the Villa game. Even in the Villa game, when we're 2-1 down in that second half, we created a lot more than we did today.
We were much better in that Villa game.
And I think taking Kulu out of the centre just ruined that dynamic a bit. Yes, you added a bit of steel with Højbjerg, and I guess we limited West Ham more than we limited Villa the other way, which is true. But I think going forward, it wasn't anywhere near creative enough. And I also think we had a problem. The players didn't want to swing it in, and then all of a sudden, when we had Richarlison and Valise in there, we still didn't swing it in anywhere near enough.
One chance at the back post, didn't he, Richarlison? That was it. That's the only time he received a cross.
Yeah, and obviously had that header, and it was just look. And I also thought there were times where, especially in the second half, West Ham up the energy levels, and looked like we spent all our energy in that second half before we made the subs. And then when we made the subs, we added that new energy, but it was very unfortunate.
Now you're looking at it, right? Last 5 games, 4 losses now, and a draw. Losses at home to Chelsea 4-1. Losses at home to West Ham in big derby games.
Is that 3 home losses in a row now?
That's 3 home losses in a row. Chelsea, Villa, and West Ham. It doesn't make good reading, but still only 3 points behind Man City, which is crazy to think about with the form that we are on. We just got to dust ourselves off. Massive game this weekend against Newcastle.
Yeah, they're off the back of a 3-0 away defeat to Everton, so you can look at it 2 ways. You can look at it, they're in bad form away from home, which they are, or you can look at it, they might want to, get back to winning ways.
Of course they will.
And that's going to be, Newcastle's never easy.
Really difficult game on Sunday.
And it's hard to know how to solve it. Do we put Kulu back in the centre? That means putting Brian Hill back in.
I did think we missed Kulu in the middle today with what he gave to us the last 2 games, with such physicality in that middle of the park, getting on the ball, making something happen. I just feel like when he's on the right, and has been on the right this season, he can go a bit missing in games at times.
Yeah, it was Lo Celso as well. I thought he was good, but he didn't look as good as he did next to Kulu. I thought they had a really good relationship. I thought Lo Celso was one of our better players in the first half, and clearly, Ange felt he tired in that second half, and he took him off on 65 minutes, I think it was. Kulu, again, I thought first half he looked a lot brighter, and then again seemed to lose energy. And when he went back in the centre, he just seemed done. He seemed very tired. And also a worrying thing is Sonny, because looked like he picked up an injury at the end. If he's out, hopefully he's not out for any period of time. But every time we say that, he seems to be out for 3 months.
What's our front 3 if Sonny's out against Newcastle?
Has to be Rishi, Kulu and Johnson, I guess. Or,
if Rishi's fit enough to start again.
Yeah, at least you got 20 minutes today, 25 minutes?
He got 10 minutes at City. 20 minutes today. Is he going to be fit enough to start? If he's not fit enough, what's our front 3? Brian Hill again.
Look, we've got massive injury problems, we all know that. But it's difficult, especially losing to a West Ham team. Look, I know they're a good team, they've got good players, but the way we gave them goals... We should
never have lost today. There's no excuses.
Tragic.
Excuses to lose that game with what we showed, the possession that we had in that first half. They were there to be got at, West Ham. If we would have just played our cards right in that first half, we could have finished that game in the first. We literally could have... The game could have been over in the first half. Yeah, and that's the most frustrating thing about it. And then, we were on the ball, had the impetus in the second half as well. We just don't make it count. We're not clinical enough.
5th game as well that we've been 1-0 up and lost.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. But look, we move on to Newcastle at home on Sunday. We'll see you all there. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.